Welcome everybody, this is Chris Dwayne from ChrisDwayneSilverShieldCoins.com. Every week I release 2 new mini mintages that are available for 1 week only. We only mint what we sell and they tend to go up in price on eBay over time. You can find them all over at ChrisDwayneSilverShieldCoins.com. This week I wanted to talk to you about what I believe is the inflection point of the single largest event in human history, which will be the physical default of physical silver over all other assets out there. Silver is at the very tip of a $2.5 quadrillion Exeter's pyramid of liquidity, where assets are judged on the amount of liquidity that they have, and it goes from illiquid assets like derivatives, cryptos, and then eventually it'll fall down to more liquid stocks and bonds, and then cash, and then there's gold, and then there's physical silver. And at the very tip of that physical silver is Silver Shield. I believe that the eBay market of Silver Shield is the very, 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 very tip of $2.5 quadrillion worth of digital illusions of wealth, where people will rush to buy physical silver, and Silver Shield is going to be the most cherished of all of the silver out there. Because if you think about it, most of the silver that is produced out there is by governments that are going to tax and spend their citizens into slavery, and I don't think that those coins are going to be worth as much as physical Silver Shield, because it was a private solution that told the truth throughout many years where nobody was paying attention to silver. The Silver Shield collection's been around for over 14 years and has developed a niche market inside the Silver Shield, inside the silver market, where I think Silver Shield is going to be the most treasured of all the silver that's going to be out there. So here's what I see coming. I see the largest transference of wealth that the world has ever seen, from intangible digital illusions of wealth to real tangible wealth like physical silver, and Silver Shield's going to be at the premiere of all the silver out there. I think that we're going to end up having a triple default between the LBMA, the COMEX, and the Shanghai all at once, where there's all these paper traders are suddenly going to be incentivized to stack physical silver instead of paper claims. Now, there's an estimated 365 paper claims for each physical ounce of silver that is traded. Sometimes they trade billions of ounces in one day just to knock the price down of paper silver ounces. And then, over time, the physical market prices it back up. I think that we're going to end up with the triple default of the LBMA, the COMEX, and the Shanghai all on the same day, and that's going to revalue physical silver into unobtainium. And the question I always get is, how quick can this happen? And I say I wake up every day expecting a complete collapse of the global generational debt-based fiat Ponzi scheme and the sudden revaluation of physical silver above all other assets out there on the world. I believe that Silver Shield on eBay is at the very, very, very tip of Exeter's pyramid, that the most liquid metal of all time will be found with Silver Shield, that the premiums and the collectability of Silver Shield will become more treasured than all the other government mints and boring bullion that's out there, that Silver Shield provided a singularity of truth that's written in eternal silver with universal art to transcend all cultural and educational barriers with art, truth, and silver. Silver Shields will stand out amongst all other assets when this all goes down. I believe that this is going to be the single largest event in human history, that the largest transference of wealth from intangible debt-based fiat Ponzi scheme money into real tangible silver is going to be historic. There will not even be a second place to this. I encourage my followers to sell all their gold right now and get 69 times the amount of physical silver in your possession before this all happens. All it would take for me is to get onto Joe Rogan podcast and be able to talk to his followers and get millions of new subscribers and followers into physical silver and Silver Shield, that it will sell out all the Silver Shield on eBay. That will freak out the Reddit silver stackers to buy up all the physical silver online, and then that's going to lead to the triple default between the LBMA, the COMEX, and the Shanghai. This could all happen before the markets open. Today is Sunday, December 14th at 1:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we could sell out all of Silver Shield on eBay in one shot. It would take less than $1 million to buy up all 7,900 listings of Silver Shield. One investor could do that. One billionaire alone, one millionaire, a couple thousandaires billionaires could all get together and make that one asset class unobtainium before all other silver out there. Then you watch the silver stackers buy up all the physical silver online, and then that's going to lead to the industrialists and the bankers and militaries to hammer it out on the three major markets of the LBMA, the COMEX, and the Shanghai. And I believe that it's going to happen at the LBMA first. That's the largest bomb that's going to go off. That's the Death Star central core nuclear reactor of the entire debt and death Ponzi scheme. The whole world is going to come to a stop when this happens. And everybody's suddenly going to listen to me here on YouTube saying, I told you so. I want Google to restore my Greatest Truth Never Told YouTube channel so people can see what I've been through and what I've put out there. I did over 4,000 videos over a decade's worth of work, and it deserves to have a second shot. I apologize for putting a naked woman on TV, but it was stupid, and I'm sorry. But please bring back the Greatest Truth Never Told, all 4,000 videos, and show the world that I was out there pounding the table, trying to get people into physical silver when nobody else wanted to talk about this. Now comes the time where this is all going to change. I hope to have silver sold out before we even have the opening of the COMEX by 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Sunday. That would be a miracle, right? If everybody got together and bought physical silver right now before the COMEX opens, that would send a message to the entire world that the silver stackers are coming, and they're going to take everything because the whole world's going to fall apart all at once. The whole world is going to fall apart all at once, and everything's going to be blockchained with military accuracy so that nobody will be able to really get away with anything. But this is going to be a void collapse of all Ponzi power, which is basically everything bubble, everybody. All 8 billion of you are going to take a hit, except for silver stackers. Silver stackers are going to become a new nobility of the most wisest and wealthy people on earth. A new nobility. Because it's going to be up to them to pay off their neighbors' rents and mortgages and taxes and all this other stuff till we have a silver jubilee where silver gets hyperinflated to a new level that pays off all the debt globally all at once. A single day. That's all it would take. A single day, a hyperinflation, single asset, all into silver, make silver worth $1.5 trillion for a half-ounce U.S. Mint legal tender, and have that circulate into the market.